This
Welcome to
conference will
Senior
now be
Chapel.
recorded.
First, I would like to share with you as we begin with some announcements. This conference is being recorded. Second, for those that are participating, when it's your time, please unmute yourself. Next, I'd like to do a shout out to those that have shared in this year in chapel, especially our seniors. If the seniors were here today and my chapel band was on stage, we would have Jared Dahlman, who would be singing I'll Fly Away, and one of the classics that we enjoy. And of course, we have Tyler Shuck, who is so passionate and talented as a musician, and we're going to miss you and miss his little riffs that he runs. Also, I want to thank the seniors that have been part of the chapel readers, especially my assistant, Brian Archambault. George Bradley, you did an excellent job. Great to have you this year. And Joe Galbraith, not only did you read, but you are a sound tech for the last few years. I truly appreciate that. As we get ready to begin, there's one other announcement, very important. It seems that today is Tim Connor's birthday, so we want to wish him a happy birthday. That's one of those running jokes that we have with the class, and God bless you, Tim, for allowing us to do that over the year. And also, I want to make mention, as we begin, we're going to follow the same traditions. We have people lined up to share with you. But right now, senior class, you're not in this room. I see the freshmen, I see the juniors, I see a lot of staff and faculty in the back. And now I'm going to ask at this point that we would have the senior class 2W0 to now enter and take a seat. And so welcome, graduating class. And you hear the applause, thunderous applause, this thunderous applause and even a standing ovation. And we're happy for you. So please take your seat and we'll begin our service. First, we'll begin with a responsorial psalm, and I'll ask that all of us share that together. I will not only read it, but I will also do the response. So do not unmute yourself at that point. Well, maybe it would be nice to have it unmuted. President Mike Rounds, are you out there? If you could unmute yourself and do the response, I would appreciate that. Psalm 23.
Happy to do that. Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. In verdant pastures he gives me repose. Beside restful waters he leads me. He refreshes my soul.
Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life.
He guides me in right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk in the dark valley, I fear no evil, for you are at my side, with your rod and your staff that give me courage.
Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life.
You spread the table before me in the sight of my foes. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows.
Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life.
Only goodness and kindness follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord for years to come.
Together, shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life. Amen. Please join with me as we stand and pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. I have a chaplain's message at this time, and throughout your slides, you'll see pictures of each of the senior class. First with the carpenter shop, of course. That would be my shop and your shop as we understand it to be the best. Say no more. But I want to share with you, senior class, a few things. First, I selected Psalm 23 as our responsorial psalm because that is the foundation for my life. The Lord is my shepherd. When you read the Bible, you understand that Christ gave his life for the sheep. He cares, he provides, he leads through the dark times, and above all, he blesses us with good things. And then one day our hope is that he'll embrace us in his presence for eternity. Never forget that. The Lord is my shepherd. And may that be a piece of your faith that carries you through years to come.
It's a good stuff. The other one, the one that really takes time is, I went back
All right.
about...
We have someone that have to make sure you are muted. We got someone out there. Please mute. Thank you. All right. Now, as the tradition that I have used over the years is this last chapel with you seniors is to tell you what I wrote in your yearbook. And I understand that you'll get the yearbook after your second graduation, and they'll have pictures in there and all for you. But this is what I write, and I want to share it with you now today as we come to the end. And I call you my fellow alumni, because by the time you get that, you will be alumni. I say this: reflecting on our years together brings a smile to my face. It was a joy to share in your journey the past 3 years. Every morning we met together in chapel to start our day. And I remember fondly the shout outs from your class. It was unfortunate that we were not able to be together the last 2 months of your journey because of the pandemic. I am confident that despite this loss and the additional changes and challenges you faced, the foundation in your core value of faith will guard and keep you in the years to come. In times like these, we pause to wonder what the future will hold. But the Bible is clear that we might not know what lies ahead, but we can rely on a good God who holds our future. Remember what the Apostle James writes. He writes in verse 18 of chapter 1. So, my dear friends, don't get thrown off course. Every desirable and beneficial gift comes out of heaven. The gifts are rivers of light cascading down from the Father of light. There is nothing deceitful in God, nothing two-faced, nothing fickle. He brought us to life using the true word, showing us off as the crown of all his creatures. My prayer for you seniors and each one of you is to continue in what you learned and heard from the true word, and that you might sense God's pleasure and presence in the years to come. Yours truly, your chaplain, and may God bless. At this time, I'm going to ask for our senior class, freshman class president, and that would be James McChesney from out in the western part of Pennsylvania. He has some words for the senior class. James? James McChesney, you can unmute now. While we wait for him to be on, we'll go to our next, which would be our junior class president and his farewell, which would be Jack Becker, 2W1. Jack, I saw you online. You now can unmute and say some words to the seniors.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the class of 2W1, we would like to congratulate you all on your successful journeys through Williamson. We would like to thank you for all the skills and lessons you have taught us throughout 2 years together. Most of all, we will always cherish the friendships that we built with you. As you enter the real world, remember your roots and what Williamson has taught you. Continue to sustain the great reputation Williamson has built in the working world. Never settle and always learn as much information as you possibly can. Don't be afraid to take that leap of faith, even if the road ahead isn't clear. All of your hard work, dedication, and commitment to the school over the past 3 years will help pave the road for you as you continue throughout life. We look forward to seeing you guys back here on your official commencement and the send-off that you guys most definitely deserve. Make sure to keep in touch and visit as often as you guys can. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. And now I'm going to go to the alumni president, Ryan Myers, class of 9W5, and he has some words for the seniors on behalf of the alumni. Ryan?
Thank you, Mark Specht. I am the class of 9W6, but that's okay.
Yes.
Graduates, you were always told to think big and have noble aspirations. As you become skilled experts doing what you love, don't lose touch of those who are with you today, those who got you here, kept you here, and those who will stand behind you as your careers unfold. The most important thing in your life is to live your life with integrity. Think on the impact that will come as you share and support one another by maintaining meaningful relationships, helping others, building one another up, and being part of your communities. This will be bigger and more noble, and in many ways more inspiring, empowering lasting changes. On behalf of the Alumni Association, I would like to congratulate all of you on your memorable milestone on your journey through life. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Ryan, and thank you for those words. I did find Jimmy McChesney, so I'm going back to him now, and he's going to share with you through my phone, modern technology. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Good afternoon, everybody. We did just run into some technical difficulties, but I hope everything is working now. I'd like to welcome you, faculty and staff, and alumni and family, and students who have joined us, and especially the senior class of 2W0. Senior class, we'd like to commend you, and we'd like to thank you for how you've been there for so many times, for the underclassmen, how you've been such great examples for us. As we all know, the senior class is the class that sets the tone, the class who leads by example. And we see in many ways that you have done that very well this year, even in sports and academics. In sports, we did have a lot of guys who have gone through all 3 years. We gave out a lot of Letterman jackets this year. It was very exciting. So we do thank you so much for the leadership that you showed in the classroom and on the sports courts and fields as well. I'd like to charge you as you go out into the real world, and as you are experiencing many difficulties and hardships that are sure to come. I do hope that you will always remember where you came from, your history, and especially, of course, your Williamson education. And I do hope and pray that you would work hard to glorify God in everything that you do. And always remember that you're a Williamson man, second only to being a man of God. And so I do hope and pray that you do a lot of good, do a lot of work, and that your Williamson education would help you to go very far in all your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. And well, now I am going to move on to introduce to you, and now that we had the junior class president, that was Jack, and then there was Ryan with his presentation. We now come to the coin ceremony, and I'll introduce to you Mr. Tom Moffitt.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the class of 2W0. Welcome to the first ever virtual senior chapel and coin ceremony at Williamson College of the Trades. Today, we take a few moments separate from commencement to acknowledge and recognize our senior class and the journey that they are officially concluding in a little bit over a week. I think you'll agree with me when I say what a weird and wild ride this last few months has been. So you've all navigated through the uncharted territory of online classes for the last 2 months, and that's no small feat. COVID-19 has limited the nature of a Williamson education and altered the way that we, along with the rest of the nation and world, socialize, engage, and learn with each other. I think more so than at other colleges, Williamson students and your class of seniors specifically have had to face the challenge of becoming book learners when in reality, all of you are hands-on learners going into hands-on fields. That's the unique nature of a Williamson education. The future is unknown, and no one knows what it will mean to socially distance as a mason or a machinist or a carpenter. It will certainly look different than we all thought it would 3 years ago when you started your Williamson journey. But with all that being said, I have faith that this too shall pass. Here's what I do know. All of you are ready. All of you are ready to go out and take on whatever life throws at you. Ready to go out and show the world what it means to be a Williamson man. You spent the last 3 years honing your skills, honing the skills of your trade, but in that time, you've also forged the character qualities that are going to propel you forward in life. The qualities of faith, integrity, diligence, excellence, and service. You know what it means to have a tough day or a week in front of you, and yet instead of quitting, you persevered and pushed forward. You know what it means to work professionally and thoroughly and to get the job done right. You know what it means to see someone in need, recognize that you have the skills to help them, and then to use those talents to be of service to them. Those kinds of qualities don't come simply from choosing them. They come from living a life that instills them, and you have all lived that life for the last 3 years. The senior coin represents those qualities that each of you possess, and as of today, I am proud to say that each of you has earned the right to carry the coin of the Williamson man. Now, the coin is only held by graduates, and it's the physical representation of the 5 core values. Some men will carry it every single day. Some will keep it somewhere that they spend a lot of time, be it in their office or in their home. But whatever you choose to do, keep it safe. It's specific to you, inscribed with your initials, your class year, and your field of study. And that's what they look like. It serves as a daily reminder of 3 of the most formative years of your life so far. But as you start your next chapter in life, understand that the coin also comes with a responsibility to uphold. You have the responsibility to act like a Williamson man, a man who is faithful to God and family, who holds himself to a high standard of excellence, who is diligent at all times, who takes action to be of service to those around him, all the while maintaining the critically important quality of personal integrity. Integrity is about action. Do what you say you will do. Remember, talk is cheap. Your words have no value if they are not reflected in your actions. While none of you could physically be here today, we won't let that take away from what it means today. And on that note, I'd like to offer my sincere congratulations to the Williamson men in the class of 2W0. Congratulations. So seniors, just like so many other things affected by COVID-19, I truly wish all of you could be here so that I could present you with your senior coins in person, but that simply cannot be. For those of you who will be attending the drive-through commencement ceremony next Friday, May 29th, you will receive your senior coin along with your diploma and your final transcripts. If you're unable to attend in person, don't worry, we'll get that to you. Those items will be mailed. Either way, once again, I offer my congratulations to all of you. Have a great summer, and most of all, be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moffitt. And now, President Mike Rounds.
Thank you, Mark, and hey, it's just great to be with all of you and celebrate your senior chapel today. Who knew on that Friday, March 13th, that would be the last time we would all be together as a group. And the interesting part of that was that when we announced that we're going to have to send everybody home, and you know, at that time we hoped maybe after spring break we would all be able to be back together. But the horticulture seniors came up and said, "Hey, what about our Hort Senior Chapel? It's a week or so away." And we said, "Well, let's figure out a way to do that today." And it was one of my best memories of that day in March 13th, of one of our last days together. So I guess it's appropriate that after these couple months, we're all back together here and celebrating Senior Chapel for you guys. So first of all, congratulations from Marinelle and me. There she is. You know, one of the things that's really special about Williamson, unique and special, and there are a lot of things, is starting each day in chapel. it really is a gift and something that is special and doesn't happen at many places. And so I think it's great that our last kind of group thing together is the senior chapel. If you think back to last August, you know, we looked at a couple of things, and I got in front of the senior class and I said, hey, you're seniors, it's your senior year. Here's some things that I really hope that I would like you guys to do. First is lead by example, then spend time with classmates, get involved in the school, communicate some good ideas about how to do things for the future, and spend time to get to know the staff and the faculty better. And I could say that you guys have definitely done that. You know, I also reminded you that it's going to go fast, so make it a great memory, make it a memorable year. And it was a great year. Unfortunately, it ended much quicker than we thought. So 9 months later, it did go fast. Nobody could have foreseen what was going to happen in March, but I want to tell you guys, I'm so proud of the way you handled it. You handled it as I would expect Williamson men to handle it. You adapted to it. You overcame the challenges. You continued to do what you could to finish your education and you know, make the best of the situation. Stay positive, and don't let anything prevent you from accomplishing what you set out to do when you arrived here in August of 2017 to graduate from Williamson College of the Trades. So you have a lot to be thankful and grateful for, and one of those things is the dedicated staff and faculty who stepped up. They've always been here for you. But I know that they went the extra mile to really make sure that you guys could do what you needed to do from the distance learning perspective. I know the extra time they put in, the availability that they had for you guys to check with them, and our, you know, whole staff's willingness to do whatever we could to help make you successful in that current situation. So I know Isaiah Williamson would be very proud of the class of 2WO. In 130 years, your journey is going to be completely unique compared to what anybody else can tell about their Williamson experience. And at your 50-year reunion, I think that's going to be the topic of discussion. And the Williamson guys here listening to your stories about what happened in the great pandemic of 2020. But right now, just like in all other Williamson classes, you're starting a new journey, and that's as a Williamson graduate. And what's your new mission? It's to go out into the world and strengthen the reputation of the Williamson man, to be a man of character and integrity, to someone who will always do the right thing, even when you know, so nobody is watching you or checking on you. So continue the building on that foundation that you established here at Williamson these past 3 years. Strengthen your faith and keep God at the center of your life. Build your career based on integrity. Build a family. Strengthen your community. Give back to those that are in need. When you do all these things, it's going to continue to strengthen the great reputation of that Williamson man. Live those core values in your daily life. Never forget faith, integrity, diligence, excellence, and service. Give back to your school, your time, your talent, your treasure to keep this going for young guys in the future. And come back and visit as often as you can, as soon as it's safe to do so. You are part of our family and you always will be, and we miss you. It's been really hard to have to walk over to the building and not have you guys there. It's been tough on all of us, so we miss you, and we want to see you again soon. And that's one of the reasons we're so excited about this opportunity for our drive-by graduation. I've been working with Chris Thomas and the class officers, and I know that this is, it's not the perfect substitute. We will do the cap and gown and walk the stage and all that you're entitled to do, where you can celebrate with your classmates and your families as part of homecoming in October. But for now, to mark the fact that you are officially graduates of Williamson College of the Trades, a week from Friday, we'll have you drive in, as I mentioned, pick up your coin, your diploma, your transcripts, and ring that bell. I know you've been waiting to do that. And ring that bell. As much as we want to give you hugs and handshakes and high fives, understand that in the current environment where we're still in a red condition, that this is the best we can do. And so we will have our staff and faculty lining main drive at 6-foot intervals with face masks on and appropriate distancing. And, you know, for you guys, understand, drive in, drive through, get out at the appointed time to ring the bell, and then wave at everyone as you go. And that's going to have to suffice until we can all get together in October. So, and we are absolutely looking forward to that. Williamson has really provided you with a fantastic opportunity. It's trained you to be the kind of man that can take that opportunity and turn it into success. And in spite of all the challenges going on in the world today, we know you will do that, and that is our hope and prayer for each one of you. We are so very proud of you. Good luck, and may God continue to bless you as you go. I look forward to seeing you a week from Friday out on the lineup pad. And until that time, stay safe and healthy. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Reverend Specht for the benediction and the singing of the alma mater. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mike. President Rounds, that is, and thank you for sharing. And as we come to the end of a service that seems so sad, it's so short. We always have to sing together the alma mater, and I've asked one of the artisan seniors, Jared Dolman, if you would lead us in that song and sing that for us. The words are up on the screen, but you don't need them, seniors, because we've sung it enough and you know it in your heart. So Jared, at this time, unmute and lead us in the song.
All right, Rev. All right. A name there is which we revere, Williamson, our Williamson. It swells our hearts with love and cheer. Williamson, our Williamson. To live the truth our watchword stands. May we be loyal to thy demands and champion truth where'er she stands. Williamson, our Williamson. When by the world's hard task dismayed, Williamson, our Williamson, will ever think of pledges made. Williamson, our Williamson, we've learned to share thy glorious gift. You filled our hearts with thoughts that lift, and now we pledge our love anew. Williamson, our Williamson.
Thank you, Jared. Well done. And now receive God's blessing. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace, both now and forever. Amen. God bless you, seniors. And I would ask everyone else to be dismissed. I'm going to call the faculty and staff to come forward as they give a greeting line. You can only envision it, but it's a great line that goes around the chapel. And the hugs and kisses are all there for you, seniors. God bless you and have a good day.